we return to the hallowed grounds of Suzuka Circuit, where champions are made and Underster is sent straight to hell. This round, we're in the Gran Turismo F3500A, a terrifying fusion of carbon wings and a screaming engine strapped to your spine. It has no traction control, no ABS, and no mercy. One wrong move, and it's a scenic tour of the barriers. 18 minutes of qualifying, and every lap counts. The S-curves? They aren't curves. They're commitment tests disguised as corners. Spoon? It's a corner that devours dreams. 130R? Blink and you'll miss it, or clip it, and you'll definitely miss the next braking zone. This is not just racing. This is suffering at 300 kilometers an hour, and we signed up for it. Into turn 9. We brushed this whisper of sand, and it's enough to throw this miss of a car into a pirouette worthy of Swan Lake. And just like that, we've been an entire lap of one pixel-wide mistake. So let's skip ahead, past the shame, the self-loathing, and the 5 seconds of staring blankly at the barriers, and get to the lap that actually mattered, the lap that clawed us out of the bottom ranks and hurled us somewhere respectable on the grid. We sweep into turn 7, hold the nose in tight, and try not to think about how fast we're going. Because if you do, you'll lift, and if you lift, you lose the lap. And now, turn 9, the same traitorous corner that humbled us earlier. This time, we brake with the precision of a bomb squad technician, a brush of throttle on exit, and we don't touch the sand. Not today. Now we're flying. The car's settled, the rhythm's flowing, and every apex we kiss feels like a personal apology from Suzuka herself. Crossed the line after that magic lap. Boom! Up to 3rd place. The kind of lap where you think, right, that's the one. Let's build on that. Except we didn't. We tried. Oh, we tried. Lap after lap, we pushed harder, braked later, carried more speed. But Suzuka had made up its mind. That one lap was all we were getting. And so, slowly, painfully, the leaderboard began to shuffle. One by one, drivers started leapfrogging us. 4th, 5th, 6th, and by the time we limped across the line on the final lap of qualifying, we're sat in 7th. Not awful, but far from where we thought we'd end up after that one golden lap. And just like that, bam, the final lap's over. We cross the line, and the timing screen delivers the cruel truth. We're starting in 8th for the launch start. The lights go out and we're off. Straight into turn 1, and boom, we get absolutely nudged off into the pit exit. I mean, really? Was that necessary? But somehow, through sheer luck and maybe some questionable driving decisions, we find ourselves hugging the inside line, scraping through without losing our cool. And there we are, alive, into turn 7. And guess what? We get bumped off the track. It's like a game of bumper cars out here, only with way more horsepower and a lot less courtesy. Off we go, straight onto the sand, and before we can even blink, boom, we're down to 13th place. Brilliant, just what we needed at this point. It's like someone flipped a switch, and now we're playing catch up with the rest of the field. But we're not giving up. Oh no. The race isn't over until it's over. And we've got 12 laps to make something of this mess. We're back in it. Let's just hope there aren't any more accidental off-road adventures. Lap 2, and somehow we made it to 5th. Not by skill, mind you, but by dodging the chaos ahead of us. Cars spinning, people off track. We're still amateurs, but hey, luck's on our side for now. Top 5, not last, and that's progress, at least for now. Let's keep it together. Through the S's, and of course, there's MT driving like they got all day. We're stuck behind. Try not to run into them, while also keeping an eye on the guys ahead. Then at the hairpin, it happens. They slowed down too late. We dive in and, what do you know? We're 3 wide. We're in the middle. But somehow, we come out ahead and steal 3rd place. It's a miracle. Now, let's keep the momentum. Lap 3 begins, and we're starting to feel it. Not perfection, but progress. The tires are biting, the car is waking up, and every little gain feels earned. The S's flow better than before, more rhythm, less wrestling. The Degners still demand respect, and we give it, barely, into the hairpin. We fumble it a bit, break the touch late, feel a snap, but we keep it together. Not clean, just survived. And then comes boom. 2 apexes to hit. We only kissed the first one. The second, let's just say we wave at it on the way out. But we're fast. Purple sector fast. It's not a perfect lap, but it's the fastest of the race. And more importantly, it drags us closer to the top 2 while the rest of the grid disappears behind us. It's not elegance, it's effectiveness. Because frankly, not much has changed except attention. We've been shadowing 2nd place like a hungry ghost. Not close enough to strike, but close enough to haunt them. The pack behind? Gone. Dropped off the face of the earth. But 2nd place? Still here. Still in our way. And the worst part? They're not fast enough to catch first, but just fast enough to stop us from trying. It's like being stuck behind someone in the fast lane doing exactly the speed limit. The 1st place flying off into the distance, laughing, and into the hairpin. Finally, a moment of impatience turned into brilliance, or maybe just desperation. We give 2nd place a little bump, just a love tap really, nudging them wide, not malicious, just assertive. We slip through the inside like butter on toast and never look back. 2nd is now ours. 3rd is fading in the rear view in 1st place. Well, they've got a head start, but the chase is officially on. We skip ahead to lap 10, and it's deja vu all over again. Same scenario, different victim. We're in 2nd, sniffing the gearbox of the leader, and it's clear. They're either struggling, scared, or trying to wrap themselves in bubble wrap and coast to finish. Then into turn 9, they practically flinch at the apex. Break, check city. And with nowhere to go, we give them a little shove. Not malicious. Just a helpful reminder that it's a race, not a Sunday drive. We launch them forward like a poorly aimed catapult. And now the rhythm of this race, it's changing. final corner of the lap, fate takes the wheel. First place gets a little too eager with the throttle, lights up the rears, and pulls over gracefully into the sand. Whether it was the pressure, a lapse in judgment, or a cramp in their right foot, we may never know. But just like that, the lead is handed over. No dramatic overtake, no risky dive, just the gift of chaos. And we'll take it. Entering the final lap at Suzuka, leading the race not by brute force or raw pace, but by sheer survival, patience, and just a little bit of luck handed to us in a sandtrap gift. At this point, the nerves should be kicking in, but oddly enough, they're not. We're calm, collected, almost cocky, but just shy enough to keep the car on the black stuff. We know we've got this, so we drive with purpose, not panic. In the sections we struggle with, like the S-curves or spoon, we take no chances. No heroics. Just clean, measured lines and proper throttle discipline. But in the corners we do love, we send it. Because why not? The car feels planted. The tires are talking sweet nothings to the wheel. And for once, it feels like we're the problem, the good kind. The pulling away from everyone else because we actually know what we're doing, kind. This isn't just a final lap. This is a cool down, a flex, a silent mic drop lap. We're not just finishing this race. We're sealing it, wrapping it, and sending it home with a note that says, yeah, we earned this one. And there it is, we actually did it. From a scrappy launch and being sent to pit exit on turn 1, to clawing our way up the ranks, bumping past traffic, threading the needle between chaos and calamity, and keeping it together long enough to watch first place spin themselves into the nearest sandbox. This race had everything. Contact, comebacks, clean laps, and chaos management. Served Suzuka style with a hint of oversteer and a side of tire wear. We started 8th, got punted, dropped to 13th, and somehow crossed the line in first place. If this doesn't prove that a little bit of patience and a lot of purple sectors can carry you far, nothing will. So, if you enjoyed that absurd roller coaster of a race, maybe stick around for the next one. Because if there's anything Gran Turismo guarantees, it's that winning is never boring, and neither is losing badly. This has been Nations Cup round for Suzuka, where chaos reigns, but sometimes, so do we. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're here for last lap drama, revenge arcs, and mid-race existential crises. Until next time.